Have you noticed people going back to flip phones and other ways of listening to music, such as vinyl players and phonographs, even if they go into vintage stores? We are noticing a trend of people being nostalgic about the past, the old way of doing things. And we should ask ourselves, why do people feel nostalgic about that? Well, the answer is much, much harder to understand, but one possible answer is that people want to live life slowly again. We are living in a world that is characterized by celerity and speed of transmission of information and so on. And it's also a profit oriented world. And people do not really benefit from that. The ones who benefit are the corporations that always want to have you buy something, the ones that are always trying to sell you a service or make you pay for a subscription. Like, if you want to listen to music, just pay our subscription. And it's gotten so bad that even if you want to use your printer, you have to pay a subscription. Like, you bought the printer, but it's not really yours unless you pay us a fee monthly. Yeah, we are living in such a crazy world, and people just do not want to engage in this anymore. When was the last time you've been to the cinema? Probably last month or a few months ago. But if I tell you that in the 1960s, over 50% of Americans went to the cinema, you would believe I'm crazy. But going to the cinema was actually a nice way of building community and fostering mutual understanding and to strengthen the bonds you have with your family, your friends, and even building new connections. It was a nice way of voicing your concerns regarding what you've just watched and to really deep dive into the movie and to analyze the characters after you watch the story unfold frame by frame. Nowadays, people just want to see the action in the first part of the movie, get the dopamine hit, and just move on with their day. But this is not all that great. We are losing words such as pristine, viridian, dulcet, for example, because people just do not want to analyze the world in which they live in anymore. They just want to use simple, short words, and that's about it. This is happening also in the movie industry. It's seen as a way to grab a quick buck and let the movie end. Okay, but it's not all that bleak. The cinema is not dying, it's just evolving. It's building a new mask, a new way in which people engage with it. We have examples such as The Substance, which released in 2024 starring Demi Moore. It's a movie which is highly relevant today because it touches upon topics such as beauty standards and the way in which we value ourselves based upon the opinion of others. And movies such as this one really, really ignite the fire in which people want to analyze things slowly and to really engage in discovering the director's view. And this was seen all throughout history. The cinema was a way of building community and sharing your opinion. This is why it's important to raise our fist up in defiance and to get back into slow burns and to read books again, because a lot of people have a sixth grader reading level, which is terrible because those people are prone to being misinformed, and misinformation is heavily, heavily present in social media nowadays. So we need to live life slowly again. Take a deep breath and just enjoy what we are doing in the present moment. Because if we don't do that, we risk losing the arts themselves. Because nowadays people watch the humanities as something useless, that they do not bring in profit, so we should just stop studying them altogether, which is an which is really an erroneous way of seeing things, really, if you ask me. Like, the humanities bring in the human element. We need STEM also, but why won't we just appreciate the humanities as well. We need them to be a thriving society after all.